Behind the Shades.
For me, one thing that I had to learn was to understand that if I'm going to separate myself from people who are there always around me, such as my friends, I was I would have to learn to anticipate that some people would be hurt or some people would be angered or some people would be enraged. And one thing that I found is I was a little bit naive when I made the decisions that you made when I wanted to improve and maybe change the course of my life. I thought that if I positioned it a certain way, that everyone would be supportive, that I was maybe putting some distance to. So there's a group where if I would stop going out to the bar, to the club, to the late night, I thought that they would understand. There's some people that if I was going to stop chasing women all hours of the night, right? I
Mm.
thought some people would understand, but there's some people that became spiteful. There's some people
Yeah.
that became um combative. Did you find that as well when you're making these changes and you started to not do some of the behaviors that you're doing previously, that some people kind of weren't as supportive as you maybe anticipated them to be?
Yeah, 100%. It's not. It's the thing I had to. I mean, it took time for me to comprehend that because there was those reactions. There was people that got bitter about me not being in contact with them as much as I used to be, or not going to certain places with them and things like that. But it's not for them to understand. That's the thing I have to take away from it, and you have to tell yourself it's your story, it's your life. It's not for that. If they can't understand it, then that's their problem, not yours. And it's hard to not take that on because I think it's human nature. We kind of soak in other people's feelings and their actions. We take that on board more than what we should do. I think. If we see somebody sad, automatically our face changes, and we go over and we're trying to be empathetic with them, and you know that's just human nature. So when somebody does something or says something, and it affects you, ultimately you're giving them control of your feelings. So I needed to take back my control. So as selfish as it sounds, I stopped giving a shit what people thought. I stopped caring what people thought, because the people that cared would eventually rise to the surface and still be there at the end of it. The ones that really matter. And I found that, it happened naturally. My friendship circle and even my family, certain people and certain aspects, they just disappeared, and the real ones came to the front. And like the old saying is, the cream always rises to the top, and that's true with your friendship circle as well. So they'll respect it. The ones that don't care, they're the ones that are voicing their opinions because they're probably more interested in what they think than what you think. So you just got to not give them the power.
That is key. And that's what I want everyone to take away today is it's not going to be easy, as you mentioned, not going to be a walk in the park. There's going to be some people that you thought was going to be there until you're old and gray, and it's
Yeah.
going to be your version of the Golden Girls, right? Where you're just going to live together in your house until you're 80, 90 years old. And I tried to make some of the people that were kind of bitter, as you mentioned, understand. And then there came a point in my life where I've tried once, I've tried twice. I'm not going to continue to try to make them understand while they're not even trying to understand where I'm coming from. It came across as being one way. I need to understand their point of view, but they won't even acknowledge mine. And when I'm speaking to some of the clients I deal with, they have a hard time being okay with not having people around them that are like that. They would rather bend their own will, bend their knee, for example, to accommodate people that if the situation was reversed, they wouldn't do it for them. What's some advice that maybe you'd want to give to them to help them along the journey, get to the point where you are, where it's like, I'm focusing on me, and anything that takes away from that, I don't want to be a part of it?
Well, I mean, for me, the advice would be just to just do it. Because if you don't, the reason you surround yourself with these people in the first place is because it makes life easy. And agreeing to this and agreeing to that and doing X and Y, it's just too easy. Nothing in life is easy. Not one thing in life is easy. Only good comes from hard work. So just do it. Just cut these people off. And like you said earlier, if you've tried once, don't try again, because that energy you're focusing on trying to appease these other people can be better focused on yourself. And that's what can sometimes slow the progression down, is not focusing that energy. So refocus the energy on yourself and just do what you need to do. If you sit and have a think about it, you know deep down. I always used to take a minute, like on a morning and on a night, and I'd sit on my bed in the morning and say, right, what do I need to do today? And there were 3 things what I wanted to do. And then on the night time, I'd sit on the edge of my bed again and just say, did I do those 3 things? And just keep yourself focused with little goals, daily goals, hourly goals, and just do what you need to do. It is hard. And I don't think there is any. The thing is, with friendship circles and family, there is no one size fits all advice, because everybody's family is different. Everybody's friends are different. It might take that 1 or 2 times with one of your friends for them to actually turn their way of thinking round and be like, actually, yeah, he or she is right. Let's support he or she. And same for families as well. So I don't think there's one size fits all, but my advice is just stick to your guns and just do it. And it will all be right in the end.
One thing that I always found surprising is that when things are really good, right? Let's say you and I are friends, and we're the type of friends that we go out and we have an incredible time. At the height, the peak of our friendship, there's always a conversation. We're going to be friends forever, brothers for life. We're going to support each other. But it seems like there's some people, it's those words are only true if you continue to be the person that I expect you to be.
Yeah.
Meaning that you're going to continue to come out, you're going to continue to party, you're going to continue to drink, you're going to continue to do whatever. But if you say, hey, Train, you know what? I can't come out this Friday night. I want to spend time doing this, or I'm thinking about doing this. As a true friend, I should say, you know what, Nick? That's perfectly fine, because a better Nick means a better friendship for me and a better person that I would want to be around, right? Because I want the very best for you.